Hello friends, this is Cold Run, back with Dragon Age Inquisition. There's a cat on my lap, and so if you hear squeaking at times, it's because I'm adjusting, because he is incredibly awkwardly shaped and positioned. My chair is loud. Anyway, we are here at the War Council in Skyhold, and before we start in on the large number of awesome quests like the overwhelming number of quests that we have to consider, yeah, I'm going to check out some of the War Council stuff. So what do we have going on? We've got some quests to pick up, it looks like. Any in Ferelden? Nope, all the quests to pick up are here. Judgment, the magic used in Redcliffe. Let's see what we got here. Inquisitor, here are the results of my research. I trust they're satisfactory. Your spy master said she might let me stroll around without my shackles if they please you. Not likely. But sing no false praise on my account. Gary and Alexius. Enhanced cooldown amulet. Okay. I mean, that's... Lower cooldown's good. I was expecting more of a story thing, but okay. Stop war between Navarre and Tevinter. Inquisitor, through the efforts of hundreds of negotiators, allies, and a few personal connections, Navarre and Tevinter have grudgingly issued orders for their soldiers to return to their respective cities. Nice, peacemaker inquisitors. The contested land has been split down the middle. We have averted a war today. I will add nothing more, for there is no higher reward to ask for. Proudly, Ambassador Montelier. Nice job. And last but not least, no, probably least, Cullen is usually least. The Serpent of Navarra. Inquisition forces waited until Varelius left the royal palace in Navarra, watching until we were certain his goal was to report to superiors in the Tevinter city of Trevis. Then we struck. I'm told that our agent, a reaver named Tamar. Is that my Tamar? I don't remember actually the name of the reaver who trained me. Maybe it's a different reaver. Cut a bloody swath through their ranks, and Varelius himself was captured. We recovered various artifacts he carried, and reports state that King Marcus came to his senses, as if awakening from a dream. The Venatori threat in Navarre has been eliminated. Nice job, Cullen. I give you crap a lot of the time, because you're not as interesting as Liliana or Josephine, but don't let it get you down. I didn't usually do this, but it looks like this is a new one, so I might as well do it. Gather coins. Skyhold is not a center of trade, though it could become one in time. The Inquisition is largely driven by the beliefs of its supporters, some of whom are quite wealthy, but if it's to grow, it will need access to coin of its own. Cullen, there are many wealthy patrons who would pay for our protection and even our good graces. Let them. Yeah, let's make a racket. Liliana, we have information many would pay dearly for. Let us sell anything that does not harm us in return. Josephine, my family has earned coin as honest traders for generations. I would be happy... Ow! Fucking cat bit me in the hand. My family... Okay, yeah, I would be happy to employ my skills on the Inquisition's behalf. And he's just playing. He's not an evil cat. Ow! Fucking evil cat. Okay, Josephine, let's send you. Alliances, observing the deadlock. I'm trying to do the smaller ones first. I feel like I have enough big stuff on my plate already. It was to be expected. In the wake of so many important deaths and the rise of the Inquisition, several noble houses are attempting to spur their fortunes by crafting an alliance of their own. For now, they seem mired in arguments of seniority. It would be a long time before any of them threaten our standing. Okay. No, not okay. It was to be expected in the wake of so many important deaths and the rise of the Inquisition, several noble houses are attempting to... Okay, so they're trying to create like a I just read it and didn't really understand. So they're creating like a counter-Inquisition, like their own... trying to make their own power. Again, this feels like a Josephine thing or a Liliana thing, yet not Colin. I say invite them to observe our soldiers' training. Show that we're not heretical outlaws. That's the worst plan ever. Let them squabble on their own. Poking him at this point is wasted energy. What are you spending your time doing then? I don't know.
Let's see what we have.
Yeah, you can do it. Okay. Yeah, let's do... Okay, so there's some investigate ones that will open up new things, I'm guessing. Emerald Graves, what's that? We've been contacted at Wait, what? We've been contacted by a Fairbanks who says he has information of value to the Inquisition. He offers a trade. The information in exchange for the Inquisition's help in eliminating a dangerous rebel band calling themselves the Freemen of the Dales. There have been sightings of these rebels all over the Dales, where they have caused significant problems for our Legion troops. Uprooting them could be a good move for us. First, let us see what Fairbanks has to say. He is hiding out somewhere in the Emerald Graves, a legendary Dalish forest. Interesting. My spies report that he is well acquainted with the area and its terrain. He could prove a useful asset if we trust him, if we choose to trust him. So, can't be forces, can't be connections, secrets. At your word, I'll send emissaries to meet with Fairbanks, along with hidden agents to watch him. Sounds good. Oh, cutscene? No. Lead Scout Harding made contact with Fairbanks and his men in the Emerald Graves, and had a run-in with the rebel freemen of the Dales. They're as violent as we've been led to believe. As for Fairbanks, Harding was unable to coax much from him. He will only share what he knows with the Herald of Andraste, it seems. Fairbanks is holding his information close to his chest. I wonder if it might relate to something bigger than just the freemen of the Dales. If there's a chance at all, then we must learn all we can from him. Harding has set up an outpost in the Emerald Graves. Be careful, Inquisitor. The Forest of the Graves is treacherous and home to enemies both new and ancient. That sounds like a really cool area. Would you like to gather your party and venture there? Nope. But glad we did it anyway. Emerald Graves resources. Okay. The Emerald Graves are known for rare herb embryum. I think I could always use that. The metal pyrophyte can also be found in its dormant state, of course, with a camp now established in the forest. Inquisition forces could be sent out to collect these resources for transport back to Skyhold. This has your name written all over it, Colin.
All right.
So, let's check out the codex we just got on the Emerald Graves. Oh, Emerald Graves. Our people call this place the Emerald Graves. Good start. Long ago, before the fall of the Dales, I don't know what the Dales are or why they fell or how they fell. Doesn't ring any bells to me. A tree was planted for every warrior who pledged themselves to the guardianship of the Dales. Together, these warriors were the Emerald Knights of Halam Sharal, and the forest of their trees was named the Emerald March. When the humans began encroaching once again on their borders, the Emerald Knights banded together to protect us from the incursion. But the humans were many and their chantry powerful, and they eventually conquered the Dales. The knights fought in defense of our land, and almost all perished. The trees that once represented a mighty army are now living symbols of sacrifice, the Emerald Graves. I hear that most humans in Orlais do not call this place by its true name. They find it an inauspicious one, I don't blame them, and refer to the forest only as the Great Wood. I guess I do blame them. They're friggin' colonizers. They refuse to see anything but wood and moss and leaves, and hope to remain ignorant of the blood that was spilled. But we of the people remember. We feel the weight of what was lost, and we see, not trees, but lives given for freedom, as told by Keeper Gisharel of the Ralafaran clan. Resources here, found here. Oh, I love that they include this. I gotta check this out when I'm looking at... actually, you know what? Let me check that out now. Inquisitor's Path, Way of the Reavers, so I need Infusion Prime's Rash Vine. So, where do I find Rash Vine? I don't know. But you know who does know? Mr. Codex. Well, Rash Vine, it looks like, is in the Emerald Graves. Is it anywhere else? Not that I've seen. Stormcoast, maybe? No. Emerald Graves looks like Rash Vine Central. And that actually makes sense, given that the person who gave me the Reaver quest was an elf. So that
monster. He's a magister. They eat babies and burn everything.
I heard the same about humans.
You did not. We're noble.
My father said you're like weeds that choke out the grain. He's old, though.
Nice little exchange of opinions. So what I'm searching for here and not really finding is I was not searching for this, but I'm happy I found it. Why do you have a statue of a horse?
Mind you keep hold of the reins, Inquisition. The Draculas can be skittish.
How are your charges? Well supplied?
Surprisingly well.
Oh, I think I already
Not
asked you
many
this,
can
but
feed these people, let
I
alone
love
their
this little
mouths.
horse statue that you have there.
Make a
What I
bit with.
don't love is not knowing where the garden is. Because apparently I'm supposed to upgrade it, but I have no earthly idea how. Let me check. Journal. Okay, journal. Nope, Skyhold, a greener garden. With the right materials, improvements can be made. Good. Skyhold's garden, upgrade Sky... Wait, maybe, do I have to go to the Undercroft? I assume that was just for, like... I don't know, maybe the Oh. Well, now I know where to go. Okay, well, that solves it. And now the way to the quartermaster is open. This was not here before. I spent so long trying to get from here to here, and the door wasn't open. I tried like going up and around and looking for a hole in the ceiling, and I just really should have just waited. And now the door's open.
Oh, Bells, it's you. Morris. Sir Morris, I suppose. I am serving as quartermaster for Skyhold and its arriving throng. Stores are growing, and so long as we have fair coin to restock, you and yours will be well served.
Why are you nervous? Are you planting a bomb?
What makes you ideal for this position? It's an important one.
My family has ties to several freehold militias, as well as cousins acting as officers in Ferelden and Orlais.
And your qualifications?
My family holds treaties with 3 money to fit houses, and a rare Orzuma contract with a Paragon namesake.
I mean, connections are
Your
important for... Connections are important for a quartermaster.
Lordship, that was my question. I am the nexus of a dozen threads tied by others, designed to cast the widest and most appealing resource net. But I will rise to the occasion. Skyhold will want for nothing. I swear it.
I'm full of confidence.
The previous quartermaster survived Haven. Where is she?
She had views. Has views. Perfectly legitimate ones if you share them, Inquisitor. I believe it was felt that your quartermaster should be more palatable now that the Inquisition is in Orlais. She continues to serve, just not at the fort.
Oh, was she like Ferelden Gung-Ho? Maybe.
How is it going?
I don't remember her.
Do we have what we need?
Our capacity increases, as do our requests to suppliers. I've had to threaten some contracts. It was exhilarating.
Yeah, goodbye.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
I mean, good luck and all, but goodbye. Alright, Skyhold Garden. Let's see. So what is this actually going to do? Invest in the garden space to increase utility while reflecting the Inquisition's needs. Increase the ability to grow herbs or create a chantry space to gather resources from the faithful. I mean, I guess, right? Logging stand, sure. Oh, so the logging stand is a resource that we, like, is a resource we can use and use up. I didn't know that. I guess, how would I? Okay. So did we do it? What do you say? I helped? Okay. So where's the Greener Garden? Quest complete. Let's go see if we can find it. Oh, is this it? I swear this door... Yeah, the door wasn't open before. It's now open. Okay. I'm guessing this is not where the gardens are, but let's see if there is something here.
With
Is this
allies
the-
come enemies. And now we have a place to hold them.
I like how excited Alana is by that.
Your worship, the cells are ready for the enemies of the Inquisition.
Is
Good
Alexius in here?
facilities in Skyhold. Whoever built this knew how to keep prisoners safe but secure.
Where's Alexius? If he's here, I'd be surprised if he's here, to be honest. I assume he's just out doing things. Ooh, we can go further in. Prison structural evaluation. Harder job, this. Structural fractures throughout. Major blocks shifted. It settled over an age or more, so I had the workers shore it up and call it stable. I don't recommend rebuilding. If we change the weight distribution, it might stress cracks we can't see. I've seen failures like this before. It dams with the pressure of a flood behind them. What caused that in a prison this size? I don't want to know. Structural evaluation for Lady Llewellyn's consideration. Mason Gatsy. Oh God! Oh. Let's ignore that. Let's pretend that didn't happen. This is like, so we got like our own version of the moon door here. From Game of Thrones. So, it sounds like, can we go through here? No. Yeah, so right now it's just a, yeah, we got a prison now. Okay, sounds good. The search for the garden continues. There's
The funniest thing I've seen in years. That cat dancing around, hopping and pouncing like a fool. Made my day bright, it did. Maker knows what got into the little rat catcher.
I have a bar here. I didn't know this. How many more sessions am I gonna spend exploring Skyhold and discovering new stuff? Glad you came. Samson being Corypheus' right-hand man. Martyr Rage. So he's got a story going on. He's not just random henchman number 7. Take back the sky, a tavern cheer. Now gather ye drunkards, that's how these begin, the songs of our heroes of wars and our kin. Well, now are the fights ours, and none of us cower. We'll drink to all hours, 'cause we know we can win. Oh, they cut into heaven and call it at the door. The herald will lead us to even the score. It's always good to have a drinking song about you. We'll take back the sky, we'll give them the floor. We'll take back the sky and we'll give them the floor. The beast was upon us, our hopes all but drowned. At our necks a monster, at our heels a hound. But we found a fortress, and it's friggin' gorgeous. So join in the chorus and down a new round. Oh, he cut into heaven, we've said it before. Andraste will guide us to even the score. We'll take back the sky and we'll give him the floor. We'll take back the sky and we'll give him the floor. We look to our leader and heft up our crest to show this Corypheus we're not impressed. He thinks that we've been mastered. We'll beat down the bastard, then we'll get plastered. We're blessed by the best. Oh, he cut into the heaven, and now sing it once more. Inquisitor, lead us to even the score. We'll take back the sky and we'll give him the floor. We'll take back the sky and feed him his lie and black his foul eye. Let all arrows fly, and then we'll have and then we'll have pie. Die, 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 die. We'll take back the sky and we'll give him the floor. An exercise in rhyme by Maradin, a minstrel to our fine Inquisitor. Krem, who are you?
Inquisitor. That's got a good ring to it. We're
Thank
happy
you.
to be here, Your Worship. You need anything, let me know.
Oh, that's right. He's Krem is one of the folks who is besties with Iron Bull. And you are great, and I want to know more about you. I also want to plug in my controller, which is about to die. Tell me about the
Can we
Chargers.
talk about the Bulls Chargers? Best company you'll find from here to the Anderfells. In my time with the Chief, we've gone up against everything from bandits to magic trees. We're expensive.
Really?
You'll never doubt we're worth it. Why Want to know anything in particular?
Are you single? And what are your abilities?
Do the Chargers specialize in anything from a tactical standpoint?
Bull doesn't want us large enough to work as an army. We're better as shock troops, as skirmishers. We've got archers for hitting enemy infantry, Dalish with more archery, and Skinner and her people on the flanks. Rocky handles fortifications and traps, and Stitches keeps us all fighting. They mostly hold back. I'll lead the frontline fighters with Grim, and the chief goes wherever he can hit something.
So I'm actually not sure if Grimm's, of Krem's gender, so I'll just say they for now. And if you do know their gender, let me know and I'll use that. Krem said something about, we have Dalish, they use arrows. So, oh God, I love this song. But, yeah, sorry, it's distracting because it's really good. Krem said that it was seeming to hint that the Dalish use magic in their troop, but they don't show it. Like, maybe it's to hide from becoming considered apostates, but the circles are gone. I don't know why Krem was holding back about the Dalish using magic.
You said something about everything from bandits to magic trees. I'll admit to some curiosity.
Right. Sylvans. That's what Dalish called them. Apparently spirits can possess trees too. Some noble in the Dales, and they really don't like it when you call them Dalish nobles, had a haunted forest. His family had abandoned the land, but he wanted it back. The chief bought us all axes, and in we went. Between the axes and the torches, the Sylvans weren't too bad. Worst part was the squirrels.
Squirrels are aggressive as hell. I didn't make that connection that the Dalish are from the Dales. Of course they are. I just never made that connection until just now.
Are there rules for how mercenaries operate?
If you don't want some noble to treat you like bandits, yes. There's also a code of conduct most companies hold to. Keeps things civilized on the battlefield. We accept surrenders for ransom from mercenaries, nobles, and soldiers wearing a lord's colors. Our prisoners are treated well, injuries tended. We'd want the same for any of ours who got captured.
You sound like
We'll talk
you're
later.
great people. Here's Iron Bull. I don't think I've talked to him since that initial conversation.
Inquisitor, come have a drink. To killing a high dragon like warriors of legend.
Iron Bull approves. Holy crap, the size of that drink.
I know, right? Put some chest on your chest.
I love you.
That little gurgle right before it spat fire. And that roar. What I wouldn't give to roar like that. The way the ground shook when it landed. The smell of the fires burning.
This was like a religious experience for him.
Sam. You know, Kunari hold dragons sacred.
I didn't know that.
Well, as much as we hold anything sacred.
You hold a lot of things sacred, don't you?
Here, your turn.
Sorry, just some sound started coming from my computer. I'm not sure why. Okay. Drink. What was that Kunari phrase?
That thing you just said. You shouted it during the fight, too. What does it mean?
Oh, Tarsadathan Halsam.
Tarsadathan
Closest translation
Halsam.
would be, I will bring myself sexual pleasure later, while thinking about this with great respect.
You shouted that while it was breathing fire at us.
I know, right?
Oh, whatever. Iron Bull approves. Take the mug the size of my torso and Iron Bull's wrist.
Yes, the second cup's easier. Most of the nerves in your throat are dead after the first one. Atashi, the glorious ones. That's our word for them. Atashi.
For the dragons. I'm sorry we had to kill it. I don't think so. I think they're sacred in that they're worthy opponents. I think it's one of those things.
Why do you think the Kunari think of dragons that way?
Well, you know how we have horns. We kind of look more dragony than most people. Maybe it's that. But a few of the Ben Hasrath have this crazy old theory. See, the Tamasrans control who we mate with.
Okay.
They breed us for jobs like you'd breed dogs or horses. What if they mixed in some dragon a long time ago?
I'm sure there's
Maybe
fic.
drinking the blood, maybe magic, I don't know. But something in that dragon we killed spoke to me.
So we had to kill it. That's not the good answer I want to use. Now I feel awkward. So we had to kill. I think I'll go with this.
When you put it like that, I'm worried I killed one of your gods or something.
Nah, one of Tevinter's gods, maybe. They worship dragons, right? Kill the shit out of them all you like.
You're the best.
Dragons are the embodiment of raw power. But it's all uncontrolled. Savage. So, they need to be destroyed. Taming the wild. Order out of chaos. Have another drink.
I mean, normally I'm not up for peer pressure, but, I mean, it's Iron Bull.
Nice. To dragons.
Here's to dragons. To you. Again, if only maybe on the next playthrough. Which I'll be surprised if I play through it again, just because I feel like I'm going to try to get a lot out of it this time, but I'll at least watch playthroughs. And I might, for all I know, I'll play this another 3 or 4 times, but I at least want to see like the different romance options. But for now, I probably could do it and still get away with it and not like jeopardize the thing with a relationship with Sarah, but I'm just not sure how it works, and so I'm gonna stay monogamally focused. I don't know. It's good fights to bring over to bad drinks. Yeah, good fights.
Finding the biggest, baddest things in the world and showing them that we're badder.
Anan.
All right, well, now we're stuck. We're not stuck anymore. Tavern notices archery contest Saturday. All challengers welcome. Sister Liliana to judge, except the American Bianca. I guess they're seen as too strong.
Inquisitor.
Cabot.
And you are
The bartender. Cabot.
just the bartender?
You were expecting...
Well, welcome to the Inquisition.
Thank you. Welcome to the tavern.
I like him also.
What's the current mood?
Turgid.
He is a terse fellow.
Where did you study? I assume you're trained.
In bartending? I'm no alchemist. You mix the bottles that don't taste like nug and you pretend to listen. I suppose I trained at home during feast day family visits. My specialty is ale. Old Antivan recipe. The secret is ale.
If you're so jaded, why join?
You're a bit of a hard ass. Why are you here?
And if I could fight, I'd be in a helmet. If I was a mage, I'd throw fire. And probably be dead. But I can't do anything. Just like
Big
the
mood.
hundreds of people who can't do anything. Who make sure the thousands who can do something can do it. Besides, if you know a safer place than your castle, do share.
That is a fair point.
What's the word out there?
They have heeded the call to power and are ready to raise arms at Chateau Croix de Gris.
That name doesn't mean anything
As
to
you
me, but
were.
I'll keep an eye out.
Inquisitor.
Anything back here? Nothing I see. Examine. What's this? Herald's Rest. Place for all in service here to rest, recoup, and persevere. The ways the heart remember best, your saving grace, the Herald's Nest. That is solid advertising. Crown we talked to. Let's check upstairs.
I hope I can help somehow. Maybe cleaning? Oh, Inquisitor, I joined. Sutherland, your worship. I saw some bandits, so I came to warn people. I'll let your warriors know and then stay out of the way.
New to the crew, a young, hopeful operation available. Okay, so we're gonna train him up a little bit, it sounds like. Help him, get that young fella right on the team. Oh, what are you doing here, Cole?
Never trust half an elf. I've heard about some oddities here in the keep. Was that you?
Yes. Maybe. What was it?
Stealing daggers? Yeah, all of these things.
Can I assume you're responsible for the turnips that have shown up in the fireplaces?
They don't smell the same, Raw.
You needed that soldier to smell them, so he could die thinking he'd gone home.
Look for Cole.
What are you doing?
Listening.
Listening to just...
Eyes rough, jangling armor hurts my ears, back aching, fingers too clumsy for knots.
Listening for what people are
Wind cool like
having
Aunt
trouble
Eloise's
with.
pond, lips scalded as I sip, warmth blossoms, first kiss in the barn. What was his name?
He's just hearing streams of thought.
Tin jangle as the blood spills, Pierre's wrapped body on the wagon to the chantry. 5 more minutes. My fault.
Can you listen to anyone's mind like you did hers?
No, they have to need me.
Pretty
Pain,
interesting.
fear, sadness, guilt, anger, hurt. Things I can fix.
I don't necessarily think I want him to help her.
I don't want to see her hurt.
She already is. I can help.
Oh shit, he's gone. Is she dead? Is she... what happened?
It's okay. Nothing you did mattered.
What? Who are you?
They lie there, and sometimes they die, just like Pierre. You can't save them.
I don't know who you are.
Wait. That didn't work. Let me try again. You'll forget me in a minute.
What are you going to do?
Make her forget me. Then do it again, the right way.
Messing with memories is really uncomfortable, but I really want to see what happens.
You can't save all of them.
What?
Like Pierre getting sick after you snuck out to Aunt Eloise's pond. You want it to be your fault, so there's a reason and it's not so frightening. But there is no reason. Pierre just got sick. The soldier was never going to live. It wasn't your fault.
What was that? The memory thing? So he provides her some kind of
Better.
subconscious peace. I don't know how I feel about this, just because they're so unconsenting. It's not like he's just swooping in and therapizing them, and maybe it's, I
so
mean...
you walk into their lives, make them feel better, and they just forget you?
Yes. It's better to help and then be gone. If I stay, it can be frightening.
For you or for them?
Good question. Yes.
Thank you for letting me help her. It's not how a person would do it. But it helped. That's what matters.
Oh, now he's gone. That is... God, I really like... So here's the issue I have with it. It's just, it's... is it still help? Is it still good if they don't know he's doing it? If it's just subconscious and kind of against their... I guess he's saying it's not really against their will because he has his own way of seeking consent for it. It's not quite consent, but it's sort of consent. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's fascinating. So is Cole up here again? No, he must be somewhere else. Let's read. Way of the Templar from a treatise... Oh. Okay. From a treatise on lyrium and its varied forms. Sir's words make one passage stand out. The means and usage employed by the Templar are far stronger than even the drafts of the Magi, and are considerable danger to the uninitiated. It is not something that is introduced in gradual fashion. Rather, it is a great infusion that is held in check by ritual maintenance. An account. We entered the makeshift chantry, and my comrades-to-be were arranged as though an honor guard, a trainer waiting to receive me. I was invited to pass among them, and it seemed important that each step be my will. Any reluctance would have signaled that I was not ready. They were boisterous and encouraging, slapping hands upon my shoulders as I passed. Upon reaching the trainer, he turned to me. Before him was the boxed filter I had prepared. He nodded, as if to ask if I was ready, and I returned the gesture. His eyes were solemn as he raised a mailed hand. It was bathed in the shapeless glow of lyrium far too strong, prepared in a way I did not know. The hands of my fellows, still on my shoulders, gently turned from welcome to restraint, and my arms were made immobile at my sides. I felt a rising alarm, but my certainty beat it down, as it would many times in my career. The trainer pressed the glow against my chest, and in an instant all was pain and white. When next I had my senses, there was much camaraderie and rejoicing, but also knowing looks. Each day I felt a hunger deeper than I had ever known, and woe be me if it went unfed. I cannot imagine bearing it without the support of the order and my certain purpose. Several instructions for handling lyrium follow. This is scary. Being a Templar is that sort of addiction. I don't know if it's addiction, but that sort of dependence is, yeah, it's scary. It's scary. Oh, something up in... I was looking in to see if there was anything in the quartermaster's room, and there's a thing to read. A letter home. Father, no, I will not come home. I know what happened to Haven. I was there, and I'm not afraid of death. If none of us are brave enough to stand, then all of us will fall. I am your son. If you trust nothing else, trust me. The Inquisition is our only hope. Is this the quartermaster? I would like to request that you stop using such language to refer to the Inquisitor. It's not what you think. She's not trying to replace the divine or the chantry or become a god. I know it's hard for you to see an elf in a position of such power, but I think it's time for you to think about why you feel the way you do about them. Don't you remember the stories of Andraste and the elves who helped her? If the Inquisitor is really Andraste's herald, maybe it's Andraste sending a message, telling us to let go of our foolish hatred. I just hope you'll be able to see that this is what I want and that what I feel is my duty. I think Mother would be proud. I know she would want you to be proud of me too. Your son and dedicated Inquisition soldier, Eustace. Not someone else. That's the guy you want at your Thanksgiving table to talk to the uncle and examine. So this is a song. Pamphlet, lift your voices. Greetings, sing... Oh my god, there's got to be a band out there called the Syncquisition, like a cappella versions of the songs. I hope you are excited for our next meeting. I certainly am. In these dark times, fellowship and song will keep us from the depths of despair. So let us lift our voices and our spirits. Here are the pieces we'll be learning in the upcoming weeks. Lyrics and musical notation are available in the archive, so come prepared. The Stormcoast's Claim, Circle of Flame, The Girl in Red Crossing, The Ballad of Nuggins, the best song. Scout Harding fought hard for this one, so she will conduct. Good. Twinkling Lucia of the Heavens. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, really. Whither You Took My Gold, or For the Jolly Tavern. Earl Jason's Ride, I Shall Prevail. I wonder if there's other references in this. Like if things like Twinkling Lucia in the Heavens to the Beatles song. Although there were many votes for Andraste's Mabari, I've decided to leave it off the list because I'm the worst song runner ever, as attempts to perform it tend to leave most choir members a sobbing mess. That's fair. Sync was their fate. P.S. I understand that some of you object to being called the Syncquisition. If you can't come up with a better name, it is not your place to criticize. And no, the Harry Heralds is not a better name. Oh my good sweet lord. Okay. So that's going to be it for me for now, and there's something else here. So many quests, and again, I have no regrets about this from the perspective of playing this. This is... Dragon Age Inquisition so far has been a game about exploring a world, more than like an action game or an event or anything else. It's just about learning about this world and talking to the people and seeing the lore, and we fight some stuff on the side and craft some stuff, and that's okay too, but I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the pace of how things are going. I'm still having fun. So that's going to be it for now. I will see you later. Bye-bye.